Name one thing that is a response to trauma that a lot of people don't realize is a response to trauma. I'll go first. Not being able to accept compliments or gifts without returning the favor immediately or just returning the favor in general. So, if you are like me, somebody says, "Hi, your hair is so beautiful." You look at them and you're like, "Thank you so much, yours too." Knowing good and well that sometimes the person's hair is probably so unkept, messy, and just really doesn't look good. It's not like a beautiful, messy bun. And you just straight up lied simply because you wanted to be kind, you wanted to be nice. Or as a guy, somebody say, "Yo, bro, your shoes are tight." And you're like, "Yo, your shoes them tight too, you know." Honestly, the guy's shoes are so dirty. Like, he could really spend some time and clean up his shoes because it's not like he doesn't have it. It's just that they're dirty and you really can't see the beauty. But you just straight up lied simply because, yo, I don't want to be mean, you know. How does that trauma response, you ask? Well, because we think that if somebody gives us something, we immediately have to give them back. Because, mankind, it's a give and take kind of world. You never get something without something being expected in return. Who, not even from your parents, they give you all the provisions to get you through life because they expect that you'll take care of them when they get old, right? Some parents, most of them. Or, your friend gives you something and genuinely they gave because they're really kind, but somewhere down the line, if their birthday comes up or something like that and you don't give them something, you feel that guilt inside of you, like, for sure they're thinking because you'll be thinking the same thing too, right? But it's not so with God. And that's the sense of this message. God literally gives you stuff and he doesn't expect anything in return. And you might say, "No, that's a lie, Nicola, because God blesses us for us to worship him." No. He blesses you for you to actually be a blessing to somebody else. He doesn't even bless you for blessing you sake. He blesses you so that you may bless somebody else. Sometimes people are kind to us and we think that we have to repay that person. It is so wired in us to pay back that we don't even think that we can pass it on to somebody else, not thinking that that person blessed us. Maybe not because they had too much, but because they had enough to share, or because they know their source, because they know that that is not their last. Even if in that moment it is their last, they know that they will be able to have again. And so you don't immediately have to repeat that person, you can pass it on. But it's so wired in us to give when we get, because that's just how we are. And we know that we too are expected when we give something to somebody. But like I said, with God, it's not the same. Because with him, he doesn't expect anything from us. And he said, well, he saved us so we could worship him, like I said before. No, he doesn't. He saved you because you needed to be saved. We need to be saved. Because if you really check the word, the word tells us that if his people who are called by his name, if we don't worship him, he'll rise up sticks and stones to do so. And so God will get his way, even without you being included. So he did not bless you for you to worship him. He didn't even save you for you to worship him. He saved you for you because you needed to be saved. He blessed you because you were in need. And this was a thought that came to me simply because it's around Christmas time now. And, it's around the time when people get gifts. In your workplace, they don't wait until it's Christmas Day because at that time you're spending time with family more than likely. And so, it was a Christmas party and I got this gift. I'll show you what's in there in a second. So when I was going to get this gift, I knew because my coworker texted me. She was like, "I got your Christmas gift. You're going to be so excited." And I was like, "Oh my God." And then immediately I was like, what does she like? So I can get her a gift. Because one thing with me, you give me something, I'm going to give you something back. And so I immediately, thought of what she liked. And this comes by listening. And, this is how people show that they care about each other. They listen. And so please listen to the people around you. Because I'm not saying don't gift others, and I'm not saying if somebody treats you well, don't treat them back well in return. No, please do. But I'm just showing you that we are simply, humans, and things like these are wired in us. And all this causes us to do is to simply be grateful that God is not the same. because there's so many days we get up and we're not grateful and we don't thank him and we don't give him anything. But he's given us so much. He's given us the breath in our lungs. He's given us the physical abilities to work, to play, to eat, to dance, to sing, and we haven't given him anything. All right, so I got. Let me show you guys. I got this beautiful rose gold Starbucks cup, and you guys don't know, but I feel that we're heavily robbed by Starbucks. So I love this, but I definitely would never get it for myself. But it is so beautiful, and this is what makes this gift even so much more like. It's just fireworks in my tummy because I'm just so excited about it. It's so beautiful, and y'all know me and the rose gold thing. If not, go watch my previous videos. I'm about the rose gold girl life now, okay? Yes, that era. And another thing about me is that I love me some wine. I am a wine girl through and through. Don't give me anything else. If it's not wine, just give me juice and water and we are good to go. It all comes back down to, I was just thinking about it. I was like, you really never had to, because she didn't expect anything from you. She didn't say it, and right then and there, she wasn't thinking she was buying that, hey, Nicola, go and buy me something back in return. But I knew that in giving somebody a gift, how precious it is, and know the feeling of wanting to get it back in return. And I must just say that just inspired me to just worship God and thank him that he's not like man. That though he made us in his likeness and his image, there are some things that are only wired in mankind. You know what I mean? That is not representative of him. And let me just let you know that in this season, if you are not receiving anything, and if there's nothing like physically tangible, you can hold on to for you to jump and rejoice for, there is something that you can feel on the inside, which is even more important, and that you can hold on to for eternity, and that is Christ's salvation. And so he paid for that. He wrapped it up, right? And he's presented it to you. And at this point, he wants you to have a Merry Christmas by accepting that gift. And I just pray that you'll do so right now. And that is the one gift you can actually take from him and give him something in return, which is your heart. And when you do that, who it benefits more? You. Because then again, he gives you something else, which is eternal life, and it is yours forever to hold on to. Be blessed.